and the trending matters of our time. Examined, dissected, and analyzed. With our team of analysts, you can be sure of an incisive discourse. 9 a.m., Mondays to Fridays. X-Ray on Human Rights Radio, 101.1 FM, Abuja. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. 9:28 a.m. This is Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. My name is Ruth Usman and it's time for X-Ray, the Monday edition. Well, we'll be taking a look at some immigration situation. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Diaspora and Foreign Affairs, Abike Dabiri Erewa, has warned that Germany will likely deport between 25 and 30,000 Nigerian asylum seekers. Speaking in Abuja, she said that many claims for asylum were false, as some people from the east and west are saying they are running away from Boko Haram. She said others say they are gays and were having challenges expressing themselves in Nigeria. According to her, the Nigerian government is working with German authorities to see how the entire process of deportation said rather than convincing would-be migrants to stay away. European efforts to reduce migrant flows are simply forcing them elsewhere. She advised Nigerians to avoid illegal migration as cost of repatriating them is huge on the government. I have Oyekeke in the studio this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Ruth.
Welcome. Hope you had a good weekend.
I tried.
Okay, I think we all did. All right, so here we are again with the illegal migration situation, and I just found... Well, I find these claims or reasons for asylum seeking to be a little bit funny. I don't know, but I mean, well, it's real and serious for them. I'm not in their situation. However, I cannot say whether or not there is a genuine reason to run away from Boko Haram or, to express themselves in a sexual way that is not, according or supported by Nigerian laws. But what do you make of this situation?
A lot of people would like to give reasons that looks genuine and very serious, especially when it has to do with migration and when they're interacting with the authorities that want to get to. Of course, they will look for something that is very serious in the ears and in the mind of the countries that they want to migrate to. We have in Europe, you have issues of gay and all that, and they said it's wrong for you to discriminate against people who are in this category. So, when you come and you say, okay, I'm being persecuted because I'm gay, for them in Germany, it may mean something very serious to them. But then when you look at it generally, I don't know, every day you see on the pages of newspapers how hundreds and hundreds of Nigerians are being repatriated back to Nigeria from Libya to start with. And then we all are very conversant with the stories about what happens to the people who tried to migrate to Europe through Libya. And, unfortunately, as you and I are speaking, people are still making arrangements, to indulge in illegal migration, despite all the horrific stories and reports that they're hearing. And I begin to wonder, is it that they're not listening? Are they not reading? Are they not hearing, testimonies of these people who have been repatriated? So every day you see hundreds and hundreds of Nigerians being churned out from other countries. And like Abike said, the cost of this repatriation is huge, really, really huge. And so I'm thinking, those who are going, I think most of them are going because of what they think is a greener pasture that awaits them in Europe. They have refused to see that they can also create their own greener pastures even right here in Nigeria. I keep saying that a lot of people are still doing well in Nigeria despite the high unemployment rate, the bad economy. They're still striving. And I think it's better for you to strive here in Nigeria where you are a first-class citizen than for you to migrate under some conditions, especially that will even jeopardize your life and that of your family, where you're treated like a slave or where you're treated less than human. I don't think there's any amount of money that should make one to put him or herself in that kind of position. So Europe, especially Germany, they have what they call open migration policy, where there's a claim that we welcome you. You can come. Germany is not like U.S., where Donald Trump is very bold to say, look, I don't want some people to come. He's struggling to make sure that, look, it's all about America. I think Germany had something that is more open, in the eyes of people.
It looks like
yes, in the eyes of people. But then it's changing. They have also seen that, look, we can't have it this open. But then they're also not coming out to say, look, don't come to my country. But they have other means of letting people go. There's this thing now about resettling the illegal migrants in third nations, and these third nations are nations that are even poorer than Nigeria. If you look at it, Nigeria is like the giant of Africa, apart from South Africa and probably some other few countries. You would prefer to be in Nigeria to go to places like DR Congo to start it, but maybe places like Mali to start it. So you go there, and then by the end of the day, they are taking you to a third country, which is also an African country that may not be as developed as Nigeria. So why don't we, as a people, begin to look inwards? I think gradually the world is becoming less globalized, like we used to think in that day, especially when Donald Trump came. He said, look, I'm not the leader of the world. I'm the leader of the American people first. So I think gradually people are beginning to say, look, I have to take care of my own people first before I think of other people. So I think a time has come for us Nigerians, especially, and it's unfortunate that some Nigerians believe that until you get out of this country to Europe, nothing good can come your way. And it's not true. So I think we should begin to look inwards now and think of how about if I stay here? Some people are so very desperate that they can do anything just to get out of here. And then you begin to wonder, look at the reasons they're given. Some of them haven't had, I know the Boko Haram insurgency affects all Nigerians. Whether you are from the east, the north, or so, it affects everybody. But then, if for instance, if you are in Port Harcourt, for instance, and you say you are running away from Boko Haram, attacks, it looks a little. I think that's what Abika was trying to say. And then some people will say, okay, we are gay, we are lesbians, and people we are being persecuted. Maybe they are not, and maybe they are. They with sympathy, yes.
Now, she's saying that the Nigerian government is working with the German authorities to see how the entire process of deportation can be made easier. Now, instead of spending this huge amount of money, like she's saying, that it becomes very expensive, such a burden on government to repatriate its citizens, what about ensuring that the borders are not as porous as they are, blocking all those small areas that people have really found out to use? I think that should be less expensive.
It should be less expensive in the long run. Yes, in the long run. I think what they're trying to say is why don't we tackle those issues that even make it easy or make people to want to migrate to other countries, for instance. So, but I think the situation we have now, from what I understand from what she's saying, is that we have a lot of Nigerians in Germany right now that can no longer be there and that cannot bring themselves back, and government now is charged with the responsibility of bringing them back. I think they have created a huge problem in Germany right now, just like what happened 30,000 Nigerians, just like what happened in Libya, and the hundreds are still coming. So I think they have constituted a lot of serious issues that is seeking government's attention, because before you know now, you hear people saying government abandoned, their own citizens in Germany. They're under this kind of horrific condition, under this situation. Why would Nigerian government bring them back? So by the end of the day, Nigerian government have this sense of responsibility to bring these people back to the country. So, but in the long run, yes, we can begin to tackle those issues that have continually made people to want to leave the nation to other countries. Issues of unemployment, tackling of power, for instance. So when you hear a lot of people that travel, if you interview them, some will say, okay, we are hairdressers, we want to go to Europe to become, hairdressers, we want to go to Europe we are fashion designers, or we are tailors, and all that. So, but the truth is that if we can tackle some issues like power, for instance, in Nigeria, and the cost of doing business becomes a little easy for people, a lot of people may also want to stay back. Of course, there are also some other persons that no matter what you give to them, until they go to Europe, nothing is happening to their life. So of course we need to tackle those issues that makes it easy and make people desirous of leaving the nation in the long run. But for now, what we have in our hands, I think we have huge number of Nigerians in Germany that probably are not doing very well, that needs to be brought back.
And that's just talking about Germany.
That's just happening.
We don't know about other places, Italy perhaps.
You can imagine how it will be in Italy. Maybe I don't know, because Italy has been the first nation that most Nigerians wanted to move to. So, but for Germany, that's what we are handling right now.
So obviously there is still a responsibility on the part of government to ensure that, well, in the first place, people don't even have a reason to engage in illegal migration in search of greener pastures, especially by ensuring that they make the environment here more accommodating. Well, let's get to listen to our listener this morning. It's 081-8999-1011. That is 081-8999-1011. Is X-Ray on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM this morning, and we're taking a look at the issue about illegal migration and the cost, of course, on government as it concerns issues of deportation and how the government will have to repatriate its citizens back to the country. Let's hear your contributions. 081-8999-1011. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you. I'm afraid you may have to call back. Please do. 081-8999-1011. That's 081-8999-1011. If you want to share your thoughts with us on the topic. Hello? Hello? Okay, I don't know what's going on, but please keep trying to reach me here. Hello?
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
Yes. Well done work in that studio. I'm welcoming our guests in the studio.
Thank you very much.
My name is Samira Yariva from Zango.
All right, Samira, you're welcome.
Yes, I really or something inside this discussion. Now, Nigeria was driving Nigeria out of this country. It's like this work, so many conflicts. And those ones who are in outside country, that they are not free, gay, or, those countries have their policy, and if they feel they can afford the tax, let them stay there and do their things. Nigeria is another country which we have our policies, we have what we agree on, both the two religions. I'm happy they are.
Well, this network is not in support of this. Hello? So sorry about that, Samira. I hope you can call back. I am unable to hear from you again. Please keep trying. 081-8999-1011. That is the number to call. It's X-Ray on Human Rights Radio this morning. Let's get your reaction. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, you're welcome. What's your name?
My name is Kingsley. I'm calling from Italy.
All right, Kingsley. Welcome.
Thank you for this discussion you brought to the studio. First of all, I want to say that it is wrong for Nigerians to be traveling illegally, through the Libya route. There's a lot of danger to that. Now, but I will encourage that if any Nigerian has the possibility of traveling out of Nigeria legally, they should do that. You know why? Because it's not only for searching for greener pasture, but the infrastructure, the resources and everything that we enjoy here in Europe is worth more than somebody staying in Nigeria and making a living. I have to be honest with you. You understand? This is where you have opportunity, where you have access to light, to water. In fact, if it is only light alone, power, it is a great deal for every human being to exist. You understand? Nigerians have reduced their citizens to nothing, that they don't even care if they lost their life in the process of traveling out of that country. Who is monitoring our borders to start with? Why do we prefer to cure rather than to prevent? Are there no people that are supposed to be marching our borders? Mm-hmm. So the federal government know what to do. How can they be letting our borders be infiltrated by foreigners, and Nigerians are having access to go out of the country at will? You understand? So the federal government needs to sit up. 30,000 Nigerians to be deported from Germany. That is outrageous. The federal government should go against it. The federal government should not allow it. They should go to negotiation. It is not done. They cannot deport 30,000 Nigerians. Thank you, Sister Ruth.
Thank you very much, Kingsley. All right, hearing from someone who has crossed borders and he's basically...
When you talk of green pasture, it's also the same thing that he's saying. All those good living conditions is what the people that are going are desirous of having. All right, so you talk of the roads, the water, the electricity and all that. That's why Nigerians are going. But what we're saying is that, yes, it is good to go, but then you need to go.
It's good to travel.
It's good to travel, but then, yes, not an illegal one that you have to subject yourself to some kind of horrendous, situation.
You can go and come back.
You can also go, you mustn't, and we can also...
The truth is really, if you know that, hey, you've gone there, you've seen what is obtainable over there, and you look back, and you see the reality on your own land.
Yes, and that's why the sincere call that we always give out here is for government to create an enabling environment in such a way that people would want to step back in the country and not wanting to, leave the country very desperately the way people are doing now.
Okay, let's listen to this person. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Samira, is that you? Okay.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yes, as I was saying, that Nigerian is good. Everybody should come back home and build your own country. They are only fancy about the way their government there are doing, the way their people are loyal and dedicated to their work. That is the only thing. But if everybody will come back, we build this nation to be a great nation. Nigeria is a very beautiful and nice place that God has ordained for us. You see all those ones traveling, it's just like they go there to embarrass us. And if you still want to stay
it can't be all of them now. I'm saying it cannot be all of them that have traveled out that would embarrass Nigeria.
Yes, it's not all of them. I know there is some that have traveled because they have been disappointed in Nigeria. Like some doctors, we have good doctors who are Nigeria working in outside country because they pay them well They treat them well there. They take all their needs, so they prefer to be there. But in Nigeria, they don't. They don't. You can get to doctors' quarters. We don't have many things. That's why they left the hospital. That's why we are suffering. They prefer to work outside country because they will get paid and get respect there. It's not all of them. And for the gay one, if they want to stay, let them stay there and start paying their tax and go with the kind of life they want to live up there, because we don't accept this in Nigeria. But for those are saying Boko Haram, they should come and please let's fight that together. They will not run away and leave their origin here. You can never run away from your trouble and expect it to be solved till you are here. So I'm pleading with them in any way, let them come back so that we can fight against who are traveling to suffer again.
Okay.
So thank you. That is all I have to say.
Thank you very much.
Right Radio. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. This is one patriotic.
I like her.
Yeah. All right. 08189991011. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to X-Ray. What's your name?
Okay. My name is Fumilara Joseph.
All right. You're welcome.
Please, concerning the matter you are discussing about, I think the problem of Nigeria starts from education. Do you know why I say that?
Tell us.
In our education... Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead.
In our education system, they did introduce language, our own dialect, into the education curriculum system. If you go outside Nigeria, they use their own dialect to teach their students, and they understand. They do practically in practical aspect of it. When they go into practical, they did well. But in Nigeria, this borrowed language is what we are using. Whereas some of our local children go to the local government, they cannot understand even the teacher where he's teaching. And when they come out, by the time they go to university and graduate, speak English, they cannot speak very well. Write, they cannot write very well. If they start with their dialect and use it to teach them, they will understand more better. There was a program I watched on TV. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening.
There was a program I watched on TV. I think it's a video, a film show. That girl, a gate man, was teaching that girl, translating, is a graduate. The gate man was a graduate in that act. He was teaching the daughter of the woman he was working for with language in his own hometown language.
Okay, so how will learning, going through the education process in our mother tongue,
yes,
how will it help us to not travel out? You do understand the topic, don't you?
No, I'm saying that we start from education. That is why I said introduction of that thing.
Okay.
After that, when they come out, they cannot speak very well, and the government is not ready to even create employment. And our government as well contributes to the going out of us of the country, our big men, to call.
Okay.
When they steal money from Nigeria, instead of investing it into our country, they will still go outside to go and invest it. And at the end, the tax over there, they will not be able to pay. And they will abandon those projects there, and they will still come back home. Instead of investing things here, there's some of our graduates. I think there was a program they are doing also by the university. They will gather all the children together, even the secondary school. You can go to all those places, pick talent out of them, and look for a company. Go outside yourself, train some people, give training to people. And when it's not just for you to train, you will train, and at the same time, you look for a place where they will practice what they were trained on. When you train somebody and ask the person to go to the field without hoe and cutlass, and you ask the person to go to farm, how will he work in the farm?
Okay.
We're the ones killing ourselves. It's Nigerians that are killing Nigerians, not anybody outside the country. I'm very sorry for those that go outside and they are suffering there. It's because they cannot endure. But we that can endure the situation of Nigeria, we sit down and we are watching what they are doing. But we know that one day, somebody, the Messiah will come.
All right. Thank you very much.
It's our big men that need to be talked to.
All right.
They
Thank
should
you.
sit down and think back and make this Nigeria what God really wanted to be. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. 081-8999-1011. Let's hear your contribution as well. Hello?
Hello.
Please turn off your radio.
Good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
Please announce to Human Rights Radio.
I need you to turn off your radio.
Sorry?
Turn off your radio, please. Yes, this is
Okay,
Human
I'll turn
Rights
it off.
Radio. Can you hear me?
off.
All right. Can you hear me?
What I have to say is this. It will be unfair for the government, for Nigerian government, to encourage the deportation of Nigerians over there. It will be very unfair. There is nobody that is going through. There's nobody that is well-with, that is able to feed himself 3 square meters and train his younger ones, that will sit down and say, I want to go into the winter cold to go and die. What do they want them to come and do in Nigeria?
What is she doing in
The
Nigeria?
value of Naira is so low that even if 5,000 Naira cannot even feed a family of 3 in a week, let's say in 3 days. You are in Europe there, you're suffering, you get just something to do in just a day, and you are able to make only 100 euro or 100 pounds a day. You come back, you send it home. It's as if you sent 1 million Naira home. So what are they coming to do in Nigeria? President, as I'm talking to you, the average beautician, hairdresser, that they are saying they should come home to come and start investing, to come and start working. Many of them cannot train their children. If they make 1,000 Naira, let's say 4,000 Naira in a day, they make 4 pennies here. How much would they be able to, from the same money they pay their house rent? Let me tell you something. Until the value of Naira is brought a status quo as it used to be, until it is brought to a very reasonable state, there is nothing that should be done. The United Nations, other international organizations that these our leaders are always traveling for meetings, good, I understand they have to travel for meetings. What are they doing? Are they encouraging the deportation of Nigerians? See, what Nigeria is passing through is not just about our leaders alone, it's about European imperialism. And if they are folding their hands, watching, it is very unfair. The United Nations, OAU, these people, they should not wash their hands for the deportation of Nigerians. Why that are in Nigeria? The government has not found it easy to help, to do anything. So what do they now want those overseas to come and do?
Okay.
They enjoy light for 24 hours per day. That they enjoy water. They enjoy electricity. That at least, even if they don't send money home, they are able to feed and stay in a good house.
All right.
What
Hello.
do they want them to come and do?
Can you hear me? You didn't introduce yourself. What's your name?
Sorry?
What is your name?
I am Golda Ibafe calling.
Okay. You seem to be pained. You seem to be pained by this. Okay, so what would you advise government?
So let me tell you something, my sister. It is not a crime for a graduate to be a gate man in his own country. But when you are working as a gate man, 1,000 Naira has no value to you. And at the end of the day, at the end of the month, you are paid 30,000 Naira. You have to feed your wife and children. You have to do a lot of things with that same money. Is it worth it? Think of it. What do they want them to come and do at home? There is nothing that they have to come and do at home. Because those that are back home, they've not done it. Nothing. They are still struggling.
All right. Thank you.
They should come and invest. Is it the money that they are struggling to make in the winter cold just to build a house to avoid landlord issue for their people? Is that what
All
they
right.
should come and invest?
I have to let you go now.
If you are saying people should come and invest, they should invest people, prominent Nigerians that have made it.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Wisely and employ labor.
Hello.
Not of the ordinary Nigerian girls that
Okay.
encouraging prostitution. But if they have to go, leave them.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I have to let you go now. Thank you so much for your call.
Thank you so much. Thank you for a job well done.
Thank you.
You know, I don't know if she had some good understanding of what we're saying, because I know that is nobody's saying that yes, we have the right environment for people. Like, I wanted to ask her, why didn't you go?
I think she did. I think she does understand what they're saying, because that's why she's saying, why will they want
but despite
Nigerians
all
out
these
there
things,
to come back? I think basically she's just saying there is nothing to come back home to.
Yes,
whatever
is
they're
it
doing
better?
over there seem to be at this time better for them, because if you look at the value of our own money here, how hard you have to work, the kind of work you have to get involved with, and at the end of the day you're unable to do anything meaningful with it.
Yes, but
you and I know that you carry 1,000 naira now, you want to buy something by the roadside before
it
it has all expired.
But what I'm saying is that, is it better for you as an illegal migrant abroad in Europe to go through all those conditions that we hear about? Where you can be killed, where you are treated like a slave, where you can be fed, to a shark. I mean, is it better? Yes.
Many people are struggling in Nigeria. Many people have suffered, and at the end of the day, there's little or nothing. Now, if you are out there, and for instance, I have never been there that way, and then if you're out there, you face certain challenges, and you are able to get to that destination, and you know that, whatever I do will count. I think that's one of the reasons why some people may say, well, it's better I suffer now, because I know that something will come out of it. Because you're suffering here in your country, and nothing is still coming out of it. Do you understand?
The kind of suffering, yes.
I'm just trying to. Of course, there's no winter here. We know. You won't have to be on on high sea and fear, being drowned or anything like that. But sometimes it can be very painful too when you look and say, "Well, this is my own country, and I'm
Somebody
suffering
called
like
the
this."
other time that, and I was saying on Brekete Family Radio that, look, before you even start, you have to start. A lot of them have to start as beggars. You have to start like a beggar. You're begging from one. I think that's what Sabina was trying to say, embarrassing. You go and then you start by begging. And then you start by acting like a madman. And then by the end of the day, sometimes they say they even inject you, and then you can even become mad. You sleep under, the harsh condition. There's nowhere for you to sleep. If you see the life of an illegal migrant, yes, if you understand the life of an illegal migrant in Europe, I'm sure you would said, I'm sure a lot of them also would rather come home. Some of them cannot even come home anymore. How can they even come home? They can't.
The advice at this point will just be to government, first of all, to ensure that at least there is an enabling environment where people can at least try
That is
and make
the number one
happen.
call, yes.
Okay, well, we'll keep talking about these things, of course, as we find them, until there is at least a reasonable solution to these problems. We don't have any more time for this conversation. We have to go. But many thanks to the ladies. It turned out that the program...
The ladies are very passionate about this today. Yes.
All right, so many thanks to those who called in. God willing, Extra will make a return tomorrow again. In the meantime, I'll be back in the 10 o'clock hour on Pro Bono Chambers. Thank you, Oikeke, for being here as well.
Thank you, too.
Your right, my right, our right. Everybody's right is protected. Human Rights Radio 101.1.